technical stuff is probably the hardest part of this entire life. Well, I take that back. There's other hard parts, but this is one of the hardest parts.
We're going to bring Dale Hightower in.
There's nobody on there yet, baby.
It's okay. They'll watch it again later.
Okay.
Most everybody that watches these, they watch later.
Somebody right there. That's perfect.
So we'll bring Dale Hightower in. I'll call him in on speakerphone. That way we can go over the stuff that he's going to have going on next Wednesday.
Oh, there's all our people coming back. Yay! Thank you for hanging on. Appreciate you. Sorry,
Can you field questions for us, please?
Losing our minds. Can you field questions for us tonight, Kane, Samantha? Joseph didn't do such a great job last time.
That's true.
I'll give you $1.
Poor kid.
I'll give you $5.
Joseph's going to give you $5. So
I'll give you 10 actually.
I think we should start. I think we should start drinking games whenever we do these going forward.
Absolutely.
Who says we're not already doing that?
Well, I'm not. Every time Harvey says the words "big bite," no. Every time he says the words "tonight," every time he says the words "Daiwa" and "Express," you have to drink something. Not even if it's water, you have to drink something. Just saying. Stay hydrated. So true. There's Uncle Max, Miss Irma's on there, Mr. Eddie's watching. All our friends are coming back to talk to us. Thank you guys. We're sorry for the technical difficulties. We're still learning. Turns out you have to have another app in order to have somebody else come and join your Facebook Live. So unfortunately, that's okay. We're gonna have Dale join us via the phone though, right? So you want to tell him again who we're having? Yeah,
Dale Hightower is going to join us through a conference call here in about 2 minutes or so. And we're going to talk a little bit about some neat things we got coming up in the next few weeks through our Express Boats page on Facebook. And we're going to get into a little bit more detail once we get him on the phone. Who is that?
Eddie Woods asks, "Is beer okay?"
Yeah, absolutely, Eddie.
Tim Fogel asks,
Tim Fogel.
Whatever. Sorry, Tim. What are we covering tonight?
We're going to talk a little bit about...
Get too close, I'll see my gray hair really well.
Really? Really?
Yeah, but I'm prettier than you. They don't have to see all my gray hair.
Hurry up so I can keep asking questions.
Okay.
What are we covering tonight?
Covering some Daiwa reels.
Super stoked about this. Hey, Joe. Oh, Joe.
We're going to talk about the different Daiwa reels that I'll be using in the upcoming tournaments whenever they may start up.
Dale.
There's Dale Hightower. We're going to call him in right now.
Unfortunately, like I said, we can't get him on the live video with us tonight, but we are going to speak with him, and we're super excited because we love Dale. He's one of our bestest friends. And we love you, Miss Alicia.
Yeah, hello.
All right, Dale, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Yourself, Harvey?
Not too bad, brother.
Can somebody give us a thumbs up if you guys can hear him okay? Like, just give us a like or something if you don't mind. Say something, Dale.
Hello, bass fishing world.
Perfect. There we go. Yeah, buddy.
All right, so Dale, if you would just
Someone gave us a like, so I think
kind of go over what you're going to be doing with Express Boats next Wednesday on the Express Boats page on Facebook. Kind of break down what you're going to do there.
We're going to be live Facebook, doing a live video at 1 o'clock Central Time Wednesday. Basically, it's going to be breaking down how a Bass Elite Series angler would break down a lake this time of year, and how and where he would actually start, and how he would determine how he was going to start in a specific area. We're going to talk about what water clarities, water temperatures, what was the reasons for why I chose the area and how I determined what area I wanted to fish in to get started. We're going to talk about bait selections, color selections, anything that anybody has any kind of questions. Tune in. Feel free to ask questions. We're going to answer all the questions. Literally, this is going to be kind of directed towards the youth, the high school, college guys that are, that may not be as far along, in tournament fishing, or may be, right in the middle of it. But we're gonna try to keep things really basic and simple. I'm gonna look and show you guys my graphs, and we have Lake Master with Humminbird and Minn Kota, but a lot of the young folks do not have that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have the Lake Master. They don't have the equipment that we have. So I'm going to actually show you basically in a basic mapping situation. We're going to just go old school on how I locate and used to locate without having Lake Master, how I would go about breaking a lake down with just basic mapping. So those are the kind of things we're going to look at. It's going to be, approximately we'll be live somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes.
That's awesome. That's something that we don't get an opportunity to really show people very often because we don't have cameras in the boat during practice. We don't get to show them how we go about breaking down a body of water the first time we've ever been there. And it's really going to help a lot of the anglers to show them how we do what we do to learn the best spots to go catch bass in any given body of water. And, thankfully Express has partnered up with us to do this. And it's going to give all of us, you, me, Bill, and Caleb, a unique opportunity to show what we can do as far as breaking down the water, going into those shallow backwaters in our Express boats, and really helping those people learn what we've learned over the last 30 years of bass fishing.
Well, and the other thing is each one of us is going to have a totally different aspect of how we do it. So it's give everybody several different ways how each one of us attacks this.
Yep, and that's something that I think is a great idea that we've came up with Express, and it's gonna really give us a chance to showcase what our boats are capable of and how we utilize all the space that are in our boats, with the storage, with the layout that we've got, the great sea deck that we stand on all day long. It's really going to give us an opportunity to showcase all of that stuff for people that don't get to see us all the time, and that are not friends and family, that haven't been out there fishing with us. And it's really going to help promote the product as far as what we can do in our boats and how we break down a new body of water.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a good time. If you're listening and this interests you, be sure and tune in with us live. We're going to do this for the next, I believe, 4 weeks, every Wednesday for the next 4 weeks, starting next week. And I believe we're starting with me, and I'm not so sure exactly how the list goes in order, but all 4 of us Express pros will be breaking down different bodies of water, and I'm sure you'll get to ask each one of us maybe the same question and get 4 different answers.
That's most likely.
So really unique, but if you're interested, tune in to us. We'll be live 1 o'clock Central Time, and hope we can teach you something.
Awesome, Dale. Appreciate you joining in with us tonight. Look forward to watching next Wednesday.
yes.
I may learn something. Y'all tune in. Make sure y'all watch my buddy Dale. we've been traveling together for what, 3 years now, Dale, and I'm always picking up new things from him, and every now and then he might learn something from me. So it's been a great partnership between the two of us. Our wives are good friends now, and love those people, and doesn't hurt that both of our wives are great cooks.
Alicia's way better though. I'm just saying.
We don't keep these girly figures for
Exactly.
for eating salads.
Yeah, that's right. Salads are for rabbits.
Alicia did say something I thought was really funny. I'd like Dale's take on it too. So her version of old school is using bobbers, which is exactly where I come from. And what Harvey's teaching me all this fun stuff. So what's y'all's take on bobbers in this day and age?
That's okay if you're going crappie fishing.
There's a time and place for that, but
yeah.
Where we're going to be at Wednesday won't not be the time that we're
I mean, other than the float and fly rig, I don't know that there's much of a use for bobbers in bass fishing. And if I'm using the float and fly, I'm probably crappie fishing anyway.
I bet I can find a reason for one with bass fishing. I'm blind. I probably need one, so it's all good. Oh gosh.
Well, Dale, we appreciate you joining us tonight, brother. We'll be looking forward to watching live next Wednesday, 1 o'clock. Tune in to the Express Boats Facebook page, and watch Dale live on the water and get some great information from a great angler, great friend of mine. And hope y'all all get to tune in for that. I know I'll be watching. So, Dale, appreciate you joining us tonight, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, you and Rhonda, take care.
Will do.
Bye. Love you guys.
See ya. Love you. Bye.
Love our people.
So that was Dale Hightower, Elite Series bass angler, Express Yamaha Pro, great teammate. Look forward. Hope everybody's able to get out there and watch him next Wednesday, 1 p.m.
Wednesday the 22nd, 1 p.m. Central Time. And he's keeping the lake a secret, I think. I don't think he's telling anybody anything until next week. So that'll be your surprise next week. And he's had a few good days the last couple of weeks. I've seen him go fishing. So y'all gonna be in for a show next week.
Yeah, Bill, those great boats. I love them. Miss that cooking. Yeah. Well, Tim, come see us, bro.
We miss you, Timmy.
When all this mess is over, come on and see us. We'll fix you up with a great meal.
Okay,
oh my gosh.
So Raphael asked, what can you tell me about Daiwa reels?
Well, we're about to get there, Raphael. Hold your horses. I know you're anxious because we opened this box last week. I'm just gonna put y'all straight on this. We opened this box last week, and we got super excited because there was a lot of cool stuff in that box, and we're gonna show you that cool stuff. But when we started really looking at it, I was like, Harvey, why is there an L behind all of these names? And then I picked it up and I started reeling it. I was like, is this the right way to do it? And I was reeling it with my left hand, and he's like, nope, that is not the right ones. So Mr. Man over here ordered the wrong reels.
I make mistakes. I'm still, not perfect like some people.
Well, what did we learn from this situation? We do not fill out Excel spreadsheets on a phone. No, we're not going to do that no more.
Teeny tiny letters.
We're not going to do that anymore. So he did get it corrected, and I will tell you one thing, Daiwa wastes no time. They have really hooked him up, and they have taken really good care of him. This happened last week, and literally it's less than a week later, and boom, we got what he ordered. So I appreciate you guys at Daiwa. Thank you very much, because I was about to kill him. So thanks, guys.
Drew Cahill, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, thanks, Drew.
So the first thing we're going to get into tonight, I know this has probably been the most talked about over the last couple of days. The reason why I chose to go with some of their inshore reels. And it's very simple. It's a 7:3-to-1 gear ratio reel. It's the basic Tatula frame. The reason why I chose to go with these reels is, I'm pretty sure you can kind of see it right there. They have a deeper spool.
So let's tell them what you got first. So you got the Tatula SV TW 103. No, it's
103 SV.
backwards. Y'all have to read
103
backwards.
XS.
XS. This is extra. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not extra small.
It looks small.
So the blue reel is the Coastal.
Turn them upside down like Wes Davis. I tried that too and it didn't work, Mark.
Yeah. The Coastal
Bye, Ojo.
SV TW 150 HS is their Coastal series. If I make it through the season without getting all 4 of these stolen,
Hey, Chris. Oh, I'm totally getting one of these, y'all. Y'all don't know. I'm all about blue, anything blue. And there's one that's got purple on it over here. We're going to talk about that one too. So I will take either one. He just don't know it yet. Would this be a good reel for a beginner?
Yeah, actually it would. And I'm going to break down a little bit of the reason why. And this is something that
it does, Brian.
I did learn from going fishing and talking to our local rep. It actually has a spring tensioner in here that helps prevent most of your backlash.
Yeah.
So yes, it would be a good reel for a beginner as long as it's set up correctly with the correct rod, correct line. It would be a good reel.
So we got that. We got that one.
I'm going to talk just a few minutes on why I bought these.
Okay.
And yes, we did buy these. These were not given to us. Daiwa did not provide us with free reels. Hopefully, somewhere down the line, our partnership develops into a deal where, I'm working for them and they're paying me. So
basically what that means is this is not a paid sponsorship video. This is us genuinely loving these reels and showing you guys how he's using them.
I had never owned a Daiwa reel until this year. The last Daiwa reel that I probably put my hands on belonged to my brother David over 22 years ago.
Half your life ago.
Yeah, literally. Spent the rest of it with you. Go figure.
Thanks, Angel. I'm going to show my earrings off here in a little bit.
What I bought these reels for is to throw small crankbaits. The deeper spool is going to give me a little bit more line if I need to make a long cast. Generally, with small crankbaits, I'm going to be fishing tight to the bank. Don't want to make a long cast because when I catch one of those great big fish, I don't want to have to fight it very far to get it into the boat. Now, with that deeper spool, what it's going to allow me to do is if I do need to make a longer cast, I have that capability.
So would this be good? So for long cast, I'll need to do this if I need to cast really, really far. Mm-hmm. And I'll need to use this would this be something you'd use for deep water? I'm assuming since it says coastal, it's perfect for deep water.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Coastal fishing is generally not deep water because you're on the coast.
Well, that's true. Okay, good point. Never mind. Keep going. But anyway, I can use it for deep water.
But if I want to go to South Texas, a.k.a. the Sabine River.
Yay!
And go on down and catch some redfish or specks or flounder or whatever, I've got the tools to do it with. This rod that I've actually got it on right now, this is just one of 4 that I picked up. This is the Cashin rattle trap rod, the RT.
You can't read. We need to get you some glasses.
I'm getting old, folks. I'm sorry.
You'll be all right.
RT 90475B.
Mm-hmm.
Their rattle trap rod, it's paired up with this reel for a reason. 7:3-to-1 gear ratio. Let me tell you what
How long is that rod?
7 foot 5 inches.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. That's long.
Well, when I told you the last 2.
Well, we'll get into rods next week.
We're
going to do a big rod thing next week for sure. But
the reel actually weighs 6.9 ounces. Yes, I'm reading from the box, y'all.
Super light.
I don't want to make a mistake. It's got 11 pounds of drag. Retrieve is 29.8 inches per handle turn. So one full rotation of the handle is going to pick up 29 inches line. That's huge.
That's odd numbers. Like, why couldn't they make it an even 30?
Do you want to read it in centimeters?
I'm just curious.
Because in centimeters, they're all
even numbers. Well, there you go. I learned something new. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because in America.
So I want it to retrieve. So if I want to fish, and I'm going to try. I'm trying, y'all. I really am trying. If I want to fish fast, I want a reel that will pick up as much line as possible on each turn, right?
Yes, and yes, I like a reel that picks up as much line as possible on all my applications.
Even if you're fishing slow?
Even when I'm fishing slow.
You made me fish slow the other day, which is really hard for me. I do good at it, but it drags the bottom. I think I'm hung up all the time.
She hadn't seen fishing fast yet, y'all, so...
I will. It's going to happen.
When I fish slow, I'm still using 7.3 or 8-to-1 speed reels. The reason why I've had a lot of instances, I fish slow. I fish slower. You know, I think G-Man said it best when he said he watched Mike McClellan fish one time, and he would make a cast and his hooks would rust before he'd get it back to the boat. That's how slow I fish.
We figured it out the other day. Like you fish and you were fishing your fighting frog the other day. So it was like six casts a minute is what you were doing the other day.
That's when I'm fishing extremely fast.
Oh my gosh.
And we just, she wanted to have an idea of how many flips I made during the day. And what did we come up with? 3,000? 2,000 or 3,000 a day.
Yeah. It was over 3.
We've come to the conclusion that that's a lot of fishing.
Well, I know why his back hurts when he gets home now. That's all I'm going to say. I won't complain anymore about him going to fish and being tired when he gets home. I agree, Tim. It is a lot like watching paint dry.
Pretty much.
Oh, John said we can have any reel dip to our favorite color. Yes.
We would only have purple reels.
We have purple and blue. I like both of those.
You just like blue because that one came in blue.
I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. Just saying.
So anyway, moving on to the next reel. Okay, we've got the coastal out of the way.
Does anybody have any questions about the blue one? The coastal? Good deal. I'll give you a couple minutes. Kaney's capturing questions. We're going to go back and do more questions in a little bit, but wanted to give you a chance to ask about those for sure. Because that's my favorite so far, until he proves me wrong. All right, so we're talking about the Tatula SV TW 103 XS, which is not extra small. Or are you talking about the Elite PS? I'm sorry. I thought you picked this one up.
No.
I lied, y'all. It's the Tatula Elite PF 103 XS. So what does the XS mean?
Tammy's watching.
I'm not a technical guy. I didn't ask that question. Maybe Drew Cahill, if you're out there watching, maybe you can enlighten us, or one of the other.
We're learning about these. We're going to learn all kinds of fun stuff. I'm going to get the instructors. Anybody ever read the instruction books that come with their reels?
I thought those were written in Japanese.
No, that's English. I can't. It's really small though.
Exactly.
There's even operating instructions on here.
Tammy,
did y'all even know these came with that? I had no idea.
I knew it was in there.
Well, I didn't even know they had these.
I looked at it one time.
Well, that's fantastic. Okay, continue. I'm going to look at this. What was it?
I know the pitch and flip reel. I looked this up earlier.
Oh, that's what the PF stands for. Pitch and flip. Yeah. We're going to learn about that too. He's going to teach me how to do that one day soon.
So you'll notice here we got a little bit different handle size on the pitch and flip.
No idea.
The handle pads are more rounded. I've already used the pitch and flip for a couple hours one day, and it's an amazing little reel. It's extremely powerful.
Ooh, it's super smooth. Like it goes really like look at that. That's so cool. I could do that all day.
The whole design behind the pitch and flip is when you're flipping, you want to keep that bait low to the water. And the new whatever scientific stuff they did to the Tatula to make it a pitch and flip reel, trust me, y'all, it works. Can't wait to put these to use tomorrow. We're actually going to go out on the water and shoot some video and maybe try to catch a fish or two.
Or not if it's 30 degrees outside.
I ain't going to go when it's 30 degrees.
Okay, if you say so.
It's April, y'all. I'm not about going when it's 30 in April unless I've got a tournament. It's just...
This one goes 33.9 inches.
Yeah, 33.9. That's the difference between a 7.3 and an 8-1. A lot more reel speed. Take up that slack line, get a good hook set when those fish are running at you.
All right, so I'm going to take you back to the basics for a minute, y'all, because this is something I've never understood. So when you say 8-1 versus, what'd you say, 7-3, what does the first number stand for? What does the 8 and the 7 mean?
So, gear ratios. The bigger the first number, the smaller the second number, the higher the speed.
So I want a big number, and on the first one, the first number needs to be really big, and the second number needs to be really small.
Think about it this way. You've got a bicycle.
Yes.
The sprocket in the back's really small, the sprocket in the front's really big.
Okay.
If that chain is on the outside of that sprocket in the front, it's for high speed.
Got it. My biking friends would be really impressed with you right now.
Well, that's the easiest way I can equate it is...
Mark feels so we should go to Branson and host the show. You do not want that, Mark.
I did use the hinges today, Mark. The cabinet door is repaired. It's working. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
So quick
that.
shout out to one of our favorite sponsors for sure is Nightingale Cabinets. Thank you, Mark, for everything, including my hinges for my broken cabinet. I am so grateful for you right now.
Thanks, Mark.
John Curtis is still looking for his hoodie.
It's still in my truck, John. I haven't gone anywhere.
So the pitch and flip reel is
cool.
going to have a lot to do with I'm actually going to use it for throwing a frog. I'm going to use it for flipping. I'm going to use it for a lot of different applications this year. As soon as we get back on the trail and prior to, the next reel we're going to talk about is now you can go into this one.
Oh, yike. This is my next favorite one if I couldn't tell. It's the Tatula SV TW 103XS. And I like it because it's purple. It's so pretty, y'all. And not all of it's purple, but there's pretty accents. Look, can you see the purple?
It's one spot that's purple.
There's two spots that's purple.
There's two.
Look at that pretty color.
There's two spots that's purple.
And it's purple enough. I'm just saying. It's gorgeous. This one's not as, like, it didn't feel as loose as that one. When I say loose, I mean, I don't know. It feels like that one goes faster.
That one has a different application than this one.
Okay, so what's the application for this one?
This is your all-around, do everything.
So another good beginner one is what I'm hearing already.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna pause you.
Okay.
Because TJ said, do you know what the accent purple means? I just learned this.
Enlighten us, brother. If you
Tell
know.
us, TJ. I'm curious because I'm all about some purple. Well, he's got to type it so we can... Red's better than purple.
Nah.
Ain't true. No.
Nah.
That's not right.
I'm just gonna say that's a hard no on that one.
No, I mean, I like red, but I don't like full on red. Not like
Red's not as good as purple. We know this.
Purple's better, but purple's really nice. So, so the purple and red and yellow references the different gear ratios.
That's super cool.
Shut up. That's fascinating. So that's an 8-1.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one doesn't have purple.
This one doesn't have purple, but it's the same exact reel in
They can't see
basically
it. You have
what
to
is
pull it
last
up.
year's model. This is the Tatula 103. This is the Tatula 103 XS SV TW.
They're both the same.
This is the different
Oh, that's
box.
a different box. I'm looking at a different box.
This is the reel that I started off the year with. This is the new upgraded, whatever, brand new, just came out. Super awesome.
I like it. It's pretty.
It's the same reel, new package.
So
I
why are
guess.
you using this one again?
Because they're awesome.
What I'm sorry. What application are you?
I'm going to
using
use
it
these for spinner baits, chatter baits, jigs, everything else. Square bill crankbaits. I'm probably going to
Where did you
throw
go?
those on the inshore models more, just because I like to have a little bit extra line when I'm making those long casts. But I bought enough of these to put on all the rods that I've got, all the great casting rods, and I'm gonna fill them up with sunline, and we're gonna get out there and do some fishing tomorrow.
Awesome. This is awesome. I love Eric Howard. Eric Howard, I saw you on YouTube yesterday when we were going.
Wasn't on YouTube. Well,
Yeah, it was on
on
YouTube because
but
we
it was-
pulled up the St.
It
John's
was the replay of
replay.
the St. John's.
You were looking sharp out there in the audience, Mr. Eric. Anyway, continue, dear. This is a
Yes, I do, TJ. I do back my reels. I
well,
just
okay.
use some really cheap stuff that.
So what do you mean by that? Do you back your reels? That sounds like fishing language I'm not aware of.
It is fishing language. So when we use backing, what I have right here that you can actually see, and y'all can tell that this reel's been used a little bit. That is the Sunline fluorocarbon that I use on everything. What I'll do is I'll actually fill up about a third of that spool with whatever line that I've got handy at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will fill it up with the line that I'm actually using, to where it saves me a little bit of money in the long run. Saves you money, I guess.
I like that. I'm all about saving some money. Y'all already knew that already, so that's good. That's good stuff.
Man, I can't wait to get to Hartwell. Hey, Aaron, how's it going, brother?
Go ahead.
Hartwell is one of the opens that I was really looking forward to this year, and hopefully everything's straightened out by May, if we can get back out there and get on the water.
Cool beans. Awesome sauce. So this one and that one, basically the same one. This is the newer, shinier version of
Yes.
it with purple, which will probably be mine at some point in my life too. So this is what you use for everything else except what again? What will you not throw on these again?
Those reels, I basically won't throw a deep diving crankbait or that's about all I won't throw on this deep diving crankbait.
All right. So fighting frog is good for these, or worm, or
Yeah.
anything else. Okay. Now you're going to go into the spinning wheel. I knew
Your
what that
favorite.
was.
All right, yeah.
Sometimes it's my favorite. Sometimes I get mad at them.
The Daiwa, yeah, and forgive me if I'm wrong, Procyon.
It looks like Procyon, but
Procyon.
we will have to ask Drew how to actually say that word.
Drew's from Texas, y'all. I don't even know if he knows.
This is a pretty reel, though. I like it.
I want to
Thank you, Mark. We appreciate your
say
support too.
that these are the 3,000.
Well, Raphael, good. I'm glad you're thinking about Daiwa. Yay!
3,000 series, bigger spools, a little less line twist. Even though you can see this is a reel that I've actually already filled up with backing. Probably has a little bit too much on there, but that's okay. I can pull some off before I spool it up. My Sunline braid. It's paired up with a 6.9 medium heavy Cashin.
Is this what I used the other day?
Yeah, it's the same rod, same reel.
Oh, I have to go find. You
Yeah,
have to
we'll
give
have
me
to
your
look
phone.
up the prices, y'all. I'm not that good on. Hey Ed, how you doing, brother?
We can get you the prices that we have that
Yeah.
we know of on
Yeah,
the
if
Daiwa
you'll-
site for sure.
If you'll send me a message, I'll pull up the prices for you. No big deal. I did look up the pitch and flip earlier today. It's around $249 at some of the outlets, some of the Daiwa dealers out there. I don't remember much of any of the other ones.
Yeah.
I've slept since then, y'all.
But a lot of your local tackle shops will have these as well too. So
Yeah.
if you can't order them online, they will have them.
If you can't
I
order
know.
them online, you can't find them, call me. I got a contact. We can get you what you need. Call me. Send me what do they call that? What do your kids call that when you send a message now? A DM?
DM him,
Direct message.
which means you're probably direct messaging me. So I'll find out, y'all. Don't worry. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got
for Facebook. It's PM.
yeah.
For
So
private message.
that's very good job, kid.
I know the
All right, so real quick, one more time. We've got the blue one, right, that we use for, oops.
She beats me regularly. I'll
Y'all,
to it.
I can't wait for y'all to see us on the boat. That's going to be fun. Hey, Mr. Joe. Which we'll use for what again? We're going to use this one when you need to do long casts
Crankbait fishing is why I got those.
and deep water and crankbaits. And these in my ear are crankbaits, right? Little crankbaits.
Little baby crankbait.
So y'all, if
Left
y'all
side.
didn't see, here we go. It's hard to see. It's
Back
kind of
up
blurry
just a
in here.
little bit.
There they kind of go. My sister-in-law is amazing, and she made these for me. So those are one of my birthday presents, and I'm grateful.
She got an offer to sell her earrings at a marina.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. So if y'all want some of these, y'all PM Pam Horn, and she will take care of you. So okay, so long cast, deep water crankbaits.
Not necessarily deep water crankbaits, all crankbaits.
All crankbaits. Okay, perfect. Boom. And then the next one,
Thanks, John. Is the pitch and flip.
thank you, John. Pitch and flip, which you'll use for what? Pitching and flipping. I got the pitching and flipping part,
She's catching on, y'all.
but I don't remember the bait you pitch and flip with this. Is this what you use the frog for? So this is creature baits.
Creature
I'm
baits,
getting it.
jigs, Texas rigs.
Basically the stuff you showed me last week.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Next. Then the spinning reel.
No.
No, this one, which you use basically everything else.
The XV.
This is the
SV.
Tatula SV TW 103XS. And I'm bound to determine and find out what that is and what that means.
I'm sure somebody will.
Thank you for the birthday wishes, you guys. I really appreciated that.
Hey, Daiwa.
Y'all sure did make my day super special.
And
Thank you.
Rhonda's other favorite,
I got 3 favorites now.
the Procyon, Procon.
And what do we throw on this again?
Shaky heads, mostly on the medium heavies.
And the underspin that I threw
The
the other day.
underspin, it works really well
I even remember
with
that.
the underspin. The rod that I'm actually drop shotting with this year is the John Cruz Signature Series Cashin 7.5, I think it is.
I believe so.
Freaking awesome drop shot rod.
Yeah, we're going to go into rods and stuff next week for sure, because I need to learn about why you use certain ones for certain things. I don't even know. They all are long, and you throw stuff with them. So I'm going to figure that one out next week, I think. But I
It is
think
the deal.
This has
100%.
been good. This has been really good. Okay, Katie, you want to give us the lowdown on some of the questions you captured so we can get those answered? I guess.
I was hoping she would be. I was having a good time.
All right. Did you write them down?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get started.
Okay. So Alex Smith asked.
I know this is going to be a fun one.
What did Alex ask?
Do you fish with Mighty Baits miners?
Mighty Bite?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay. No.
Alex, for some reason, I think I'm going to learn what not to fish with.
Never,
questions.
never used a mighty bait in my life.
Ever?
Ever.
I don't even remember that. Was that an infomercial some time ago?
Infomercial.
Oh my goodness.
That Clara head's going to come in really handy too, Kevin. We're going to release a video probably tomorrow on the Wicked Willow and the Wicked Weights drop shot.
Yeah, I can't wait to learn about that.
Maybe
Those are gonna
Clara head, get in there a little
Maybe a
bit.
Clara head.
Maybe the Sergeant Shaky.
I know you need to call Mr. Jim anyway.
I do.
You
I do.
need to get
You
on
need to
to
call
that.
Mr. Jim Sperone.
And Raphael, I just want to set the record straight here. It took me
22 years.
well, let's put it this way. When we first got married, he basically said, you know, for this to work, I'm going to fish. And I was like, cool, I'm okay with that. I grew up with a fishing family. I grew up with a hunting family. So I knew, dude, guys got to go. Like, y'all got to go out and do stuff in the woods or whatever you got to do. So I get that. And I've always gotten that. And what'd you say?
I don't do moonshine.
No, you don't do moonshine. That is one thing I don't think we could afford.
If I made it.
Well,
Side
you're
job.
not. We're not doing that right now. But it was always an understanding that fishing was a big part of his life, and it's become a big part of our family and always has been. And so it's just an understanding we've always had, and I try to help other wives understand that too. Being a fishing wife is not easy, but it's really rewarding, especially when you see your guy going out there and doing something he really, really loves, and when he comes home and he's a better person for it. And that is what makes me happy the most, is when he comes home and he's a better version of himself when he comes home. He's happier, he's not grumpy. Usually he's hungry, but that's the only reason why he would be grumpy.
In fact, I'm always going to be hungry.
But
That's the truth.
I need my things to find my peace and my space, and I'm grateful that Harvey has something to rely on to go and find his peace and his space too. And it's just always been that way.
Okay.
What else you got, kid?
Bill
Dessler.
I got that one right. Okay. What would be better, the chip? I don't know what that means. I wanted to ask it right then, but you were talking.
What would be
And then
better?
I forgot. The chip. And then he also asked, are you selling your old reels? You should say yes, because you need to clear up space in the nasty garage.
Some of the reels will probably be put up there for sale after this year, but I've got a 12-year-old that's already put his sights on quite a few of them.
I forgot about that.
And
The reels with the chip.
reels with a chip.
Got
I
it.
haven't tried those, so I couldn't really say.
Thanks,
Reels
Bill.
with a chip.
Sorry, I forgot to ask that question, Bill.
Don't have any experience with them, Bill. I've picked up these Daiwas this year, and I've been just thrilled with their performance so far, and look forward to using them throughout the rest of this year and the
hopefully
future.
the next few years.
10 years, 20 years, however long this.
Katie has good commentary, y'all. Y'all give her a chance. She's sassy like her mama. All right, next kiddo.
John Holtz asked, when are you and Zona gonna go fishing?
That's a good question. I probably need to reach out to Z and
Y'all
see.
campaign Mark Zona and say y'all need to go fish with Harvey Horn. That's what you need
I
to
have
do.
I have to be very careful about
Because Zona will come up here
Where-
with your butt, probably.
where I take Zona. Because there's certain people out there that stalk the man, so I have to be very careful about where I see him and meet up with him at.
Oh, no. Because you know if Mark Zona comes in the neighborhood,
Yeah,
if he's even in a 100-mile radius,
He may get attacked, so I have to be very careful.
Cynthia Evans will be right there. So
Yeah.
you might as well just hang that puppy up. And you know I'm not going to be able to not tell her that it's going to happen. So you might as well not tell me that it's going to happen, because I'm going to tell one of my best friends
Y'all just watch Zona live, and
that he's going to be
Yeah.
here.
one day it'll happen.
So, woohoo! Y'all, so yeah, Joseph is fishing, and not only is he fishing out of the boat, but he's fishing out of a kayak too. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing: there is no room in my house for anything else. And I think that's one of the reasons why Katie wants to move out so bad, is because she's tired of the smell of creature baits.
Have you seen his room? It's nasty.
And it's full of
He's
hooks.
12.
And it's full
Have you
of
seen your room?
crankbaits with
But
treble
at least mine doesn't
hooks.
smell like gross fishing baits or whatever you use.
Let's not talk about that.
He spilled a whole jar in there. I swear it.
But it's okay. It's fine. It's bad.
The
anyway.
joys of parenthood, y'all.
Oh my goodness! So you had a couple of questions about lines. So what fluoro do you like to use? And then there was one about what size line do you use for whatever
For flipping.
So flipping, I'm using this year a 22-pound shooter. Used it last year with great success. It's not as easy to come by. You can order it on Sunline's website. I've had good success with Sniper in the past. I generally use 18 to 22 pound, and that's mainly what I flip with unless I go to 65-pound braid.
And you're going to tell me why you do all of those things in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, when we get to it.
And you're going to teach me how to tie knots in a couple of weeks too. So I'm super excited about that.
We're going to have some knot tying classes.
We're gonna have we're gonna have some knot tying classes, and then we're gonna have some speed races. See who can tie the knot the fastest.
That's not.
And we're gonna get all of us. We'll get Joseph and Kanye involved in that one, maybe. I just got the dirtiest look from Kanye, y'all. I wish I could have seen that. That was awesome. Oh my god.
It's okay. Knot tying is a skill you need to learn, even as a girl.
You're lucky this pin ain't getting thrown in your eye.
Any other questions, baby?
Yeah, so John Holtz also asked, is it extreme speed? And I think
you were probably right. That is a great I'm gonna find out. I will let y'all know in our next video what XS means. But you might be right. I know the HS is high speed.
Is it extra small?
No,
I tried that and got denied. All right, what's the next question?
I
And
take
it was just
donations
the price
too,
ranges
brother.
Oh, okay.
for that, so we don't have that.
Y'all want to throw some top waters to me?
And then he took my
Send
other
'em on.
questions.
You don't need any more donations.
I always need donations.
You don't need nothing else.
The hook that I like for flipping, I can't name the model right off the top of my head. Kamikatsu makes a.
We're gonna have a whole hook video too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. It's the Super Line extra wide gap.
And then you got a question. What's your go-to soft plastics?
Layered Gene Russian.
Yep.
Big bite baits, fighting frog, number one choice, 100% of the time. In the last,
Uncle Timmy says hey.
oh gosh, 10.
Hi, Uncle Tim.
However long that bait's been out, I've been using it since the first year it hit the market.
Since his birth.
It ain't been around 40 years yet.
I didn't say your birth. It's birth.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's been a staple for me, all over the
He
country.
needs more original warts.
Always need more original warts.
So we're gonna have a whole series on baits too, because I don't know a wiggle wart from anything else. All I know is
Junebug red lizard's a good one.
we always look for other stuff, and I have no idea.
The creek tail lizard and Confusion is probably the number one lizard that I use. That or tilapia. You
got a lot of tilapia in the boat.
Big lizards. Tilapia is a color that I didn't pick up until probably 2 years ago. It was one of those colors that just never really appealed to me, and once I started to, I have looked at that, John, a couple of times. I hadn't bought anything from him yet, but I have looked at it. Tilapia wasn't one of those colors that really jumped out to me until about 2 years ago, and I picked it up, and I've caught tons of fish on it since then.
Super excited about that.
All right, folks. We'll wrap up any last questions that y'all might have. Yeah, it is a red special for sure.
It's good stuff. So next week we're gonna
I'll do that, John.
we'll come back next week and we're gonna talk about rods, poles, whatever you want to call them.
They're rods.
Rods, and we're gonna talk about those next week, so I can learn more about that. And then in a couple of weeks we're gonna do knots and line. We're gonna do baits, and we're gonna do hooks, and then we're gonna see if I can put it all together and actually catch a fish. So we'll probably do some of that in between too, just so I can try some stuff out. But I know we're talking about getting in the yard, so you can teach me how to flip and pitch and all the other terms that he's been using, and we'll go from there.
When are you coming back to South Louisiana?
Not soon enough,
No doubt.
Larry.
No doubt.
We are in dire need of some crawfish and meat pies and some time with our people.
Y'all just remember next week, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, Express Boats Facebook page live with Dale Hightower, my teammate. Be sure and tune in, watch that. If you can't get to watch it live, be sure and go back and watch it after it downloads. Going to be some great information from a great angler, great person, great friend.
And we'll share it too, so watch our pages.
We're going to share it, make sure everybody gets to watch it. Probably within a 2-week period, I'll be out there. Then you'll get to see Bill Lowen and Caleb Summerall and learn from those guys as well. And yeah, that's going to be some great stuff. Be sure y'all tune in for that, and we'll let y'all know when we're going.
Yeah.
And hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe out there. You know, fish smart, live smart, and we'll see y'all soon.
Bye, guys.